Yo, 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 brought to you by AM 690 Radio. Welcome to Gameboiz. We got your DJ co-host, Mr. Willie D. Burr, 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 burr.
Hey, yo, what up, what up? How is everybody doing this morning?
And your main guy, the George F. My nickname's not as cool. I need a new
I'm
nickname.
sorry.
I gotta meet more black people.
Yeah, you gotta impress black people to get a good nickname. That's
To get a good black name.
to get a good black name. Yeah,
I mean, that's what it is.
that's basically what it is.
It doesn't count unless a black man gives it to you. Like, you don't want to call yourself, like, Chuck, but your friend Paul calls you Chuck, you know? You want, like...
What?
You want... If Tyrone calls you Chuck D...
Yeah.
He just a little... But he's black and he adds a letter to it. There's so much more spice to it. It's
Yeah.
way better than just Chuck.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, yo, Chuck D! It's like, oh, fuck, that's cool.
Right.
But it's like, I'm... George. There's no cool, like...
Georgie.
That's gay as fuck.
It's not.
I mean, happy. It's
It is definitely a happy name.
It's an older generation name. Like,
Yeah.
people our age aren't named George.
Right.
It's the generation before.
Yeah, there aren't too many people named William either, though.
I think I know more Williams, though.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I know I don't know a lot of them that go by William, though. Do you go by William on purpose, or just, like, that's just your name?
That's just my name.
Most dudes, like, I knew a Will in high school that went by Bill, which was weird.
And that was his choice?
Yeah.
Usually people will just start calling me some derivative of William, and I'm just like, whatever. Like, I don't care. I genuinely don't care.
You don't have that immigrant mentality.
Yeah, not at all. And like,
say my name right.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Unless it's like on stage. Like if I was like doing a show and they were like, "What's your name?" and I was like, "William Henderson," and they were like, "This is Will Henderson." I'm like, "Motherfucker, that's not what I said."
Or like that's also not what I wrote down on
yeah,
the list.
I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
I will
me
call
upset.
you what you wrote down.
Yeah, same.
Unless I don't respect your stage name.
Definitely get a jab in. Yeah.
For sure. Because there's been a few people that I've known longer than they've had their stage name, and it's weird for me. Like, you know, if someone goes by something else, but it's like, oh, I've known you as Joey for 3 years.
Right.
This is your first month using this name. It's gonna be a long transition for me.
Yeah.
I can't just
And
switch
there
over.
are some comics that I only know their stage name. Like, not like locally, but just in general.
Do you feel like you know a secret when you find out their real name?
No, because it's probably on Wikipedia. You know,
Who's got the weirdest stage name, you think? In general.
Joe Coy.
Joe Coy? I
Because-
think that's fitting, though.
But it is, but compared to what his real name is,
Oh, I guess so.
which is like, let me check.
William Henderson.
No.
Yeah.
Joseph Glenn Herbert.
Herbert.
Yeah. So like,
Herbert. I'd call myself Joe Coy, too.
yeah.
Who?
And that it just sounds more Asian, you know.
Joe Coy.
Joe Coy.
Yeah.
I love Joe Coy.
Doesn't he have a bit that he was saying, like, his aunt said that that's not what she called
Yeah.
him or something?
Yeah. That's a great story.
I think the first time I kind of knew people use different names for show business when I was young. I didn't realize it was like a stage name, and I didn't know the connection. So the first person I realized had a stage name was Vin Diesel. And
I did not know that.
yeah,
To this day, I just found out.
when I heard that, I was like, that makes sense. That's not someone's name. No one comes out and be like, congratulations, ma'am, 6 pounds, 3 ounces. What?
Congratulations, Mrs. Diesel.
Yeah.
When you put it that way, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
You and Mr. Diesel, what are you going to call him?
Vin.
Vin. Vincent? No. Vin.
I mean,
like the
Vincent.
number.
That's fair.
Th-
Vin, is it a
I'm-
number?
I'm gonna give.
What is it, like Ukrainian for 5?
No. Like your VIN number on your car.
Oh, okay.
Fucking stupid.
You're stupid. Fuck
Dude,
off.
his last name is a car reference. Like it's a car. It's a Vin
Fair
Diesel.
enough. Whatever, dude.
I'm gonna give you 2 guesses to what Vin Diesel's first name is, because you're not gonna get both.
Roderick.
Wrong.
Okay, was I close?
No.
All right. Taylor.
I would be so happy if that was his name. His name is Mark Sinclair, which is still a cool name.
Yeah, that's a cool name.
Like
That could be a comic for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah. But it's not as cool as Vin Diesel.
Definitely not. And like when Vin Diesel is in Fast and the Furious,
1 through 20.
oh
Yeah.
my God, it's just like that is just like the perfect pairing.
Yeah. They apparently
Vin Diesel is
they're taking-
triple X.
they're taking the next Vin Diesel. God damn it. They're taking the next Fast and the Furious and they're going to space.
Are they really?
Because they're running out of place. Yeah. Then the last one they were
Are you
racing
serious?
on the Arctic.
Are
yeah.
you fucking with me?
No, I'm fucking dead serious. The rumors, I think this is according to Michelle Rodriguez, the girl, obviously. She was saying in like an interview that like they have like scenes in space and stuff.
Yeah. How is she so masculine but so hot?
I don't know.
It's amazing.
She's like
right?
she's like the masculine Mila Kunis.
I was literally just thinking that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And both are smoke shows.
Yeah.
She's
aggressive.
she's out of her mind.
She chokes you when you fuck.
And I let her.
Yeah. I wouldn't stop. I mean,
I think she
I
was
would
on-
try, but I probably couldn't.
I'll teach you, bro. I'll teach you. I think she was on Lost or some show that they were filming back home in Hawaii, and she was constantly in the news for like driving drunk.
Really?
and
Oh, she's
partying.
reckless.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Homegirl, don't play. Like you think that's just a character? No. They're like, we're just gonna cast a Michelle Rodriguez role.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, I think I fell in love with her in SWAT. Did you see SWAT?
Yeah.
Fucking love it. I wanted to be a SWAT dude so bad. And then I realized that's not what they do. So, yeah. You can't all be handsome like Colin Farrell. Is that his name?
Colin Firth? No, Colin
Colin Firth is the...
Colin Farrell?
I think
Is
it's
it?
Farrell. Yeah.
Colin Powell.
Okay. Colin asterisk.
Colin. It's just Colin. Colin Hanks?
Do you think Vin Diesel willed his role of Dominic Toretto in Fast and the Furious into existence? It's a little too on the nose that he's in a car movie. His name is Vin Diesel, but he chose that name way before.
Yeah, I think that's a coincidence.
You think they were casting like, who are we gonna put in this main car?
I think it
driving?
just worked out. They probably offered it to him. You know what I mean?
What if
Because he had done Pitch Black and
he's the
fucking.
secret producer? But Pitch Black was after Fast and the Furious, wasn't it?
There's no way.
No.
There's no
All right.
way. What are you
look it
looking up?
No, you look it up.
What are you looking up?
You look it.
I was gonna have you look up one. I'll look up the other.
Okay, I'll look up Fast and the Furious.
All right.
Because are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure. Now you said you were 100% before you opened your phone.
Okay, knowing. Did you find yours?
Yes.
All right. Knowing what year it comes out, would you bet on you being right?
Yes.
Okay, so would I. I call.
Interesting. I raise you.
Pitch Black came out in the year 2000.
Oh, so this Fast and Furious came out 2001.
There you
so
go.
he was probably jumping from set to set then.
Pretty
Because
close.
is what studio
Oh, Jesus
makes?
Christ. I already put it away.
Fucking open it up, dude. What are you doing? Is that a Universal or is that a New Line Cinema? Miramax. Lionsgate. I'm running out of like obscure studio houses. Publishers? I don't know the name.
Gramercy Pictures.
I don't know then.
Oh, but it does say 2008 Universal Studios, but they probably just bought it or some shit.
Oh, probably. They were like, we have to. What if that's in Vin Diesel's contract? Like he comes with all of his properties. It's like, all right, we'll take Pitch Black and the Chronicles of Riddick, but you got to leave behind your B-boy video. And have you seen that? One of Vin Diesel's first credits, I think it's as Mark, is a step-by-step tutorial on how to do basic breakdance moves.
Oh, well, that's why he changed his name. That's obvious. That makes sense to me. I would have done the same thing.
He's such a fucking nerd, though.
Yeah, there's a thing on YouTube of him playing Dungeons and Dragons with people.
Weird.
Yeah.
Do you think it's weird then that Fantastic. Wow. In the Fast and the Furious, you have Vin Diesel, and his runner-up, his co-star is Paul Walker. I'm just trying to conspiracy theory the life now.
Why is that weird?
Because he's not as good. He doesn't get a car, so he has to walk everywhere. That's why he means he has to be co-star.
What are you talking about?
There's 6 letters in. I don't know. I was trying to conspiracy theory. You know how they go.
You were really reaching there.
His name is Paul. Starts with the letter P.
Mm-hmm.
P as in pedestrian.
Yeah.
As in Walker. As in Paul Walker. As in not lead role because he can't drive in a thing. I don't know. I just think that's a weird franchise. Look, Paul
Diesel and Walker.
Paul Walker died in a car. Like,
Uh-huh.
that's crazy. Don't you think?
It's ironic.
Are you sure we're not in a simulation?
Because he was probably just like driving normally.
He was in the passenger seat.
Oh, see?
I think it was his homie.
It was definitely not.
Yeah, he sent it into a wall or some shit.
Oh, he did that shit on purpose. Somebody paid him. Did the homie die?
I think so. I think they both died.
Oh.
Yeah, which is weird.
72 virgins.
It's weird, like, because Paul Walker's brother now has a role. You know, like now he's got credit in a movie.
What's
because
his name?
They had him.
Raoul.
Probably William Runner. Yeah. Yeah.
William Walker would be way better though. So
William Walker.
Yeah.
Walker. That sounds like a dope name.
I don't know if it would be Old English. That seems like a pretty American.
William Walker.
Yeah.
Walker.
I don't know.
Walker. I've been watching.
If I was writing a period piece, I would not name someone with the last name Walker. You know?
If your period piece is written in 1920, here's my pitch, or your pitch to me.
If it's in fucking
if your game
New York City
is in a 1920s steampunk world,
okay, that's an acceptable name.
William Walker fits.
Yeah.
What if it's just a regular industrial world then?
But
Depression.
He goes by Whirlwind. No, I'd say that fits still.
Still?
Yeah, in that era, yeah.
Where doesn't it fit?
Like 18th, 19th century, like period pieces.
What would William,
like European?
What would his name be in that time then?
Like,
what's a fitting name?
William Wilkinson or some bullshit like that. Yeah.
some fucking Statue of Liberty name.
Yeah, some fucking Fort Pemberley bullshit name.
I didn't know until late in life that the Statue of Liberty changed color.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. I was like,
yeah, it was like copper like it was like a penny.
It doesn't even look as good.
No.
Like, I think that was the intention because I was like, that looks way better.
It's going to age well.
Yeah, and it does. It did.
And if anybody knows about aging things well, it's the French. They have wine. Like, they fucking know it's good. So,
except they don't like us Americans, apparently.
Yeah, well, we don't like them, so they can fuck off.
I don't think French people like anybody, though, to be fair.
That's fine.
Because they're the butt of everyone's joke.
Well, yeah, they fucking got taken over twice in World War, or did they? I don't remember if in
we just
World
lost
War
all
I.
our French.
No,
listeners.
in World War One they held their ground, but World War II they got fucking ransacked.
When there was two, they didn't have time to recover.
We had to come in and bail their asses out. That's what happened.
You be speaking German if not for us. We don't speak German.
You do not speak German. We speak Parisian.
Do you hear about Pepe Le Pew getting canceled?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on in this
I thought
world?
that happened already, to be honest.
I thought we talked about it, and I thought we were past it.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think people are bored?
I just figured people were like, oh, like that's weird, and that that wasn't that kind of the point of the cartoon was that it was inappropriate almost.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I don't think
he never was successful.
I never thought it was okay. I never like when growing up seeing this, I was like, oh, he's He's the bad guy in this.
Right.
Like, he's the creep.
Right. Yeah. That's how I always took it.
Yeah.
What was I just saying?
Yeah, it's not like he was butt fucking a cat the whole time.
And it's not like the female skunk was like, "Oh yeah, let me get that dick and shit." Like she was always like, "No, fuck off, dude." Like
Yeah,
if anything,
stand her
she
ground.
was being a strong example for women.
Do you, queen?
Yeah.
Rise up.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking.
I don't know. Like I get it. Like should we show our kids today? No. Just don't show them it. It's fine.
Yeah, but it's not even on.
Yeah, like
where are we
who's
gonna-
watching it?
It's, unless Pepe Le Pew has a fucking cameo in the latest Tom and Jerry movie,
Which would be hilarious, by the way.
It's out on HBO Max. I'm gonna check it out. I'll
Are
let you
you?
know.
All right. If there was a Pepe Le Pew fucking a cameo, that would be hilarious.
There might, at this point, they might redo it, and there might just be like a black censor box walking across the street. It's George St. Pierre going, "I'm not impressed by your performance."
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't think it's.
It doesn't affect anyone.
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
It's,
It's
like, who
media.
cares? Yeah, it's like,
It-
who cares? It's like I don't know, like the horrible shit that's in movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what's the difference, really?
How
like,
is that different?
like the straight up violence that looks more real. I mean, it's a cartoon. Like
I mean, even then, like, it's
nobody's doing anything about that. We're like, well, it's rated. And it's like, all right, okay. Like
it's still art, though. It's still someone, like some 50-year-old took the time to draw that out. Like it's still someone's expression. It's still, I don't know. It shouldn't. I guess I don't think it should be cancelable. I think everyone should be responsible parents, like you said. It's like, just don't show it. Like, that's your job.
mhm.
It's not hide everything. It's like, no, you filter what you're gonna show your kids.
Yeah.
Have some personal fucking responsibility.
Yeah, you don't let them listen to rap music either, do you? Or like even my metal music. I wouldn't let kids listen to metal music.
Yeah, because
It's
the
just-
volume you have to listen to it at
yeah,
is too high.
It's just not appropriate for them. You know, like it's just not.
You think parents are lazy?
Yeah,
Getting lazy?
yeah. No, and they don't have time, especially out here. If you have a kid, you have to work 2 jobs.
If we have a kid, we wouldn't have to work 2 jobs.
That's true.
We'd be famous comedians.
That's
and
true.
People would think we're woke for adopting.
Dude, if we were 2 gay comedians that adopted a baby and we had 3 dogs,
We could say fuck this entire IE
Yeah.
scene, bro.
yeah, we would blow up, dude.
on social media, all of them. TikTok, Instagram, MySpace. We'll bring that shit back.
OnlyFans. Yeah.
OnlyFans, yeah. Only pups,
Crushing.
only dogs.
Yeah.
DAWG though. We're all the dogs.
Feetpics.com.
Willie size 12s.
Yeah.
What size your feet, bro?
12.
12?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not stalking you.
I was gonna say, obviously you do know.
I got 9s, bro. I got little Asian ninja
Oh,
feet.
that's cute.
They're quiet though. Like
Yeah.
if you have
Yeah.
creaky wood, bro, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, your moccasins would be so adorable.
You played Final Fantasy, right?
No, well, I
No?
played the demo a long time ago.
Oh, back
which-
in the Disney.
Like when it first came out, I was like, let me try this demo, and I liked it, but I was like, I'm not gonna spend $60 on it.
You don't have to, bro.
Now you don't have to. Yeah, so I downloaded it. I haven't got around to playing it. I played Concrete Genie, which
Talk
was
to me.
pretty cool.
Talk to me.
All right.
First off, you said fuck this game.
Yeah, like 5 to 7 minutes in, I was like, this game is fucking stupid.
That's how I felt about that carpet one for a second, and then the sand one.
Journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
Did you
like,
finish it?
This is dumb. No.
Oh,
no.
dude, you should. It's
I
good.
watched someone finish it.
Oh,
and
you're
then-
lame. You're so lame.
But then I was like the perfect level of stoned one day playing. I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, that
I
game was
get
chill
it.
as fuck. It's kind of cartoony, but like at first it's like, okay, so you play this like kid who's like an artist and he has this paintbrush and he paints in this little notebook, and then this like group of bullies comes along and like grabs his notebook and like tears it apart, and all the pages get spread around the city, which is going to shit and being taken over by the darkness. It's like these like purple black vines that are growing in. It's weird, but
Sounds very Kingdom Hearts.
oh yeah. So at first they have like he opens a notebook and they're like, here's how you draw, and you like point the controller at the screen. Ooh, that was close. Point the controller at the screen, and then like you control where you paint by where you point using the DualShock technology. And you can have like different designs and stuff. But like they at first were just like just draw in the notebook and just like color these things in. I'm like, is this what the game is gonna be? Like this is fucking stupid. Like and when you're on the notebook, it's like this isn't accurate. Like I'm having a hard time like putting it like where I want it to be and like the strokes and stuff.
Story of my life.
Yeah. So I was like, this game is kind of dumb, but let me get to like the meat of it.
Let me make sure it's still dumb 20 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Let me at least go a little further. So then it's like, okay, now you got to go find all your pages that you lost, and you go in and you grab one, and it like makes this monster that you drew come to life.
Oh, that's cool.
And you start like it starts like draw this for me kind of. It doesn't talk, but it has like little pictures, and it's like draw this. So you like do that really quick, and it'll like give you what do they call it, like magic paint, I think. I can't remember exactly what they call it. And then you can like get rid of those vines that are growing, the darkness is spreading in, and then the genie will like follow you. It's kind of complex.
No,
really.
I get it.
And then
because
like
it's VR, right?
I mean, no,
So it's not.
this I wasn't playing in VR.
Oh.
It has a VR experience.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's the actual game because I didn't have the
Oh.
move controllers to try it.
Yeah.
But it's separate from like there's like
Like how
Play.
Hulu does their VR, it's separate, and then you have like regular shit.
right. So it's like play, and then like a couple things down is like VR experience. So I'm assuming it's not like the full game. It's just like its own separate deal. Especially when they use the word experience. I'm like, this isn't like a game. You know what I mean? Okay, so then you get to like, so you start in like a lighthouse, and you have this one creature, and it basically like shows you the darkness, and it's like you gotta like paint to get rid of the darkness and save the city. And so like you go out and you paint around like on the walls, you paint under these lights, and they all light up, and so everything starts looking pretty the further you go. You get to certain points where you can draw more genies, and they like there are different kinds, so they do different things, and you get to
Is there like one overseeing genie, or
There's
it's
like-
you get different ones and
you get different ones, but the first thing like monster that you encounter, the one that you already drew like in the beginning of the game, that like mentors
okay.
you in a sense.
Yeah.
So like as you're playing the game, it's like collect like all the pages, like get all the lights to light up, and it's a whole thing. It's
That sounds
it's
fun.
it is fun. It's very it's different than most games. You know, it's not like go fight, you know, thing, and like but there will be instances where like there's that group of bullies that shows up again. So you have to like, hey, come over here, and then they run this way, and you like run over the rooftops to go around them and like draw some shit, and like I don't know, it's a pretty complex game for how simple it sounds. You know what I mean? I don't know. I recommend it.
Yeah, well,
Recommend trying it.
It's too bad that no one can get it for free now, because
You didn't download it?
I don't remember.
You
I don't
should've.
think I did.
I always go and at least like purchase them, and not necessarily just add them to the library. Don't necessarily have to download them right away.
Yeah.
You know?
I wonder, because they do have PS5 ones. I think I should start downloading those too. I've been avoiding them just to save space, but if I'm gonna upgrade to a PS5 eventually, I don't think it would hurt to have those
that's
in
a good
my
point.
library. Huh?
But at the same time, there's gonna be so many. Like if there's 2 every month.
I guess
Like
you're
that's
right.
so many games.
But when I buy a PlayStation 5, I'm gonna be broke, and so I'm gonna need to play some free games.
That's true. You can re-download your PS4 games, bro.
That's true.
So.
That's true. I was a little confused when I was trying to buy Cold War, because there was like it was misleading. It said you can buy the regular edition, the standard edition, or the like another like an ultimate edition, and then a all platform edition.
Oh, those motherfuckers.
And I was
What
like,
do they mean by all platform?
yeah, I was confused, because I was like, oh, so if I want to play with like Steven, for example, do I need that version? You know? So it took me a little while. I had to look into it. I had to read up on it, which is not what I want to do when I'm trying to give you my money.
Right.
Like,
right.
be
Don't
more
make-
clear about
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
But I guess the all platform just meant that you're buying the PS4 and the PS5 version.
It would be nice if they gave you a code and they're like, if you want to get a PC, here's a code for that.
Yeah, that would be cool. I didn't even think
Xbox,
about that.
Yeah.
Look, fucking listen to Willie D.
Yeah, I mean, you could charge out the ass for it, but I mean, honestly, it would be one of those things where it's like, if you have like 2 or 3 friends, it's like, let's split this game.
Yeah.
All platforms. It's like $150 maybe.
That's what I did with Half-Life when I bought it
know?
because I was poor. Me and my buddy, we split it, and even though it was a 9-disc installation, I beat it. And then,
Dude, remember when computer games were disc installations?
yeah,
You just buy World of Warcraft now, and they're just like, just go download
yeah,
it.
kids don't know the struggle of like,
Dude.
fuck, where did disc 2 go?
Okay, have me put this in. How long do I gotta wait? Hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back in fucking 85 minutes.
I lost plenty of install discs, or at least one
Yeah.
out of 3, where I'm like, oh, I'm fucked now.
Or like, did you ever have the key code and you type it in and it's like fucking 20 characters long, and then you keep getting it wrong? You're like, what is going on?
L
Oh,
K.
and then you go, oh, that's a 0, not an O.
Oh yeah,
Fuck you. Fuck you for even
that's a
using
lowercase L, not an
Jesus.
I.
So annoying.
Yeah, it really depends on the font too.
Yeah.
Shit gets really hella confusing.
Do you have any like apps or programs that were like, here are some like redemption codes in case your phone gets destroyed or whatever, you have to get new stuff?
I don't
Do you ever
think
save
so.
those?
No. I feel like I should.
I do too, but I never end up needing them.
Yeah,
So-
honestly, the way I live my life, and it's almost everything in general, if I haven't used it or touched it in a year, I'll throw it away.
Yeah,
Like, I
that's
don't need
pretty. I feel like that's pretty safe.
Like my closet, if like I'll go through it regularly, and my girlfriend will see. She's like, I threw away a gang of clothes. She's like, why'd you throw this all away? I was like, I haven't worn this since 2019, and I'm fat, so like, why am I keeping it? That's
Right.
that's my concern. I'm all about efficiency. Yeah.
You like doing a spring cleaning, you know?
Yeah. Just usually when I'm stressed out, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm physically trying to pick up my life while I'm emotionally,
Distress.
distraught.
Yeah.
Is
Hey.
that a normal thing?
No, but I think it's the healthy thing, and that's
Mm.
why it's not common.
Other people just hoard. They're just like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep it
They
all.
just get depressed, just sit in front of the TV.
My girlfriend is the opposite. Like, she's not
Jerk off.
depressed sitting in front of the TV, but she'll keep everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
yeah.
Like we have 2 closets in my room, and
I
she got the
definitely-
bigger one.
I I definitely feel like I have that problem too.
You keep everything.
Yeah, where I'm like, oh, I might need it. Like, dude, like old phone boxes and like iPad boxes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need these. I
You-
know
you-
I've never needed one. Actually, I take that back. When there was that class action lawsuit against Apple,
I don't
remember?
No.
Because like,
Why, they were stealing your dick pics?
no, because why?
Your Willie dick pics.
Willie D pics. Because they came out that they were like purposefully making older phones go slower on
Oh,
operating
yeah.
system, which I still don't really believe was the case.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they were.
I don't think they were doing it on purpose, but I think they were aware that it was happening and didn't do anything about it. How about
Yeah.
that? It was like 9/11. Like, I don't think it was an inside job, but I think they knew it was going to happen. Is that fair?
I mean, as a 9/11 expert, sure, dude. Sure.
What was I saying?
About the class action lawsuit.
Right. Yeah. So,
And how you keep your box.
when that came out, I like had to go back to like my iPhone 6 box and like
Yeah.
get the number off that, but it's probably gonna be like $23.
I think honestly, because I feel the same way, and I have to fight that urge to keep boxes and shit. But I think it's because we weren't rich, and we're not rich.
Yeah.
It's like a poor people thing.
I mean, it depends on what it is. I think like if it's like collector-ish in a sense, I like to keep it.
Mm.
Like up until I stopped playing WoW, I had got all the box set, like the PC games come in like a pretty large box, so I have
Which
them
is
all.
dumb.
It kind of is, yeah. But I had them all, and like when they sit up and they're lined up, it's like it looks cool.
Yeah.
So like if you're really into something, I get that.
There was I might have told you about this. There was a year where the official PlayStation.
Because like you're not using a lot of this shit, but
Yeah.
like you
Well,
like
a
it.
lot
It's
of those,
cool.
a
You
lot
know,
of those
like,
books aren't mine. The second
Oh,
shelf is.
that's fair.
Obviously.
like this Polaroid camera. Like, have you used that within a year?
That's not mine though. It's not mine.
No. The answer is no.
I did just buy a dope camera though. I didn't even
Did
get
you?
my stimulus. I did.
Me neither, dude.
Yeah.
It's not fair, dude. I've been essential. I've been working this whole time,
Yeah.
and I get fucked. Never mind.
I should be
don't
getting
wanna go there.
vaccinated next week though.
Nice.
So
Very nice.
hopefully that. I mean, is it though? With all these variants, is it really helping?
I don't know.
I guess
I haven't
it's better.
gotten sick.
It's better than nothing, right?
Yeah, 100.
Definitely.
94% better. It's something like that.
94%.
It's something like that.
Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about it. I guess I'm pretty
I don't know.
indifferent.
I feel more comfortable going out.
I was kind of hoping everyone would get the vaccine. I just didn't have to. I'm so lazy. It's not even a herd mentality. It's like, oh, I got to go out of my way twice now?
Yeah.
Shit.
You'll be there for like 45 minutes at most.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
I don't think it's that bad.
Are you scared of shots?
No.
Scared of needles?
No.
That seems like a lying face.
No, I had to get over that quick. I used to be.
Really?
But we had to get hepatitis B shots in the 5th grade
Yeah.
at school.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be a bitch
Yeah,
and cry.
yeah.
So
So you must not have been that afraid. Cause
no, I was. That's where I learned how to talk
people
through
that
my
are
anxiety.
really afraid can't.
I was
control
more.
it,
I was more concerned with how people saw me than afraid. But I definitely was afraid.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
You don't want to be the fat kid that was
Yeah.
squealing.
Yeah. Part of me knew. I think. Maybe not outright, but subconsciously, part of me knew that if I did that kid, if I was the fat kid crying, that would kind of take the wind out of my sails, and I couldn't necessarily be the funny.
You mean
kid
the
anymore.
breeze, like that?
breeze?
That breeze
Well,
that you had going for you.
No, in elementary school, I was legit the funniest kid in our class,
Oh,
like
nice.
in our year, because when we'd switch classes, like that. It was just across the board. I confidently knew. There was like 2 other kids that were also funny,
Mm-hmm.
but I knew I was funnier, so it didn't matter. I was like, "Fuck those kids." One was in special ed, and the other was just dumb. So
they don't
you know,
count.
no, they don't count. They don't fucking count. You can't be funny with a helmet on, bro. Come on. Your bus fits in a parking stall, bro. Doesn't work. I had
Dude,
to
there
walk
were
to
some
school.
kids that were in like special ed in my school where it's just like, you're not special. You're just dumb.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference.
Yeah, you're not special. Someone's just not pushing you hard enough. You're not
Yeah.
pushing yourself hard enough.
Yeah, like you're just, but I mean, you're just not getting it. But you're not like you don't have a handicap.
Yeah, I realized that too early on. It's like an institutional problem. It's like you just can't learn the way other people can, and that's okay. But as a teacher in 1996, there wasn't a whole lot they could do about it.
Right.
They couldn't really adjust anything. I think the No Child Left Behind thing just started, and I'm sorry, some child needs to get left behind.
Yeah.
That-
And then they were like, "Don't be mean to those kids." I'm like, "Oh, you mean those kids that are doing easier work than us?
Those kids that get to have juice.
That are gonna
At
get
lunch.
a similar degree? That's fucking bullshit or diploma, whatever the fuck."
I'll be honest, I didn't know that like other kids were lactose intolerant. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
So like especially on all that when
I've never met someone that was lactose intolerant in Michigan.
there was plenty of kids that were lactose intolerant allegedly that especially in the special ed class.
Yeah.
And they got to drink juice and I got so
that's
jealous,
upsetting.
dude. You get to fucking grape juice with your lunch. I got to drink white milk with my
fuck
spaghetti and cornbread, dude.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know if it was just because we had like dairy farms around, but I don't remember anyone like being lactose intolerant. I don't know.
You were always in a small school though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my schools were always a little bigger.
Yeah, but you'd think that like statistically
I
speaking,
guess. Maybe it is a dairy farm thing.
or maybe it was just someone I didn't talk to because they're fucking weird.
Or maybe they
Lactose
didn't know they were
intolerant.
lactose intolerant. They were just like, dude, I shit every day.
I have diarrhea all the
Yeah.
time.
You guys don't do this? This is weird. I used to get so jealous. I was like, fuck, I wish I was in special ed.
Yeah. I did not
Dude.
ever think that.
Oh, and then it was, I got over it though because I want to say I might have been like 7 or 8. Like,
Oh, that was early.
yeah. But we, I don't know how your lunch line worked, but we'd go into like the lunchroom to pick up our plates off the line. But at the end of the line was where you'd grab your milk.
Right.
So they didn't hand you the milk. But before, they used to put it on your tray, like when I was in maybe 2nd or 3rd grade. And then they changed the game, and you could grab your own milk.
Oh, okay.
And then there were choices. You could have whole milk, you could have skim milk, and then if you got there early enough, there was chocolate milk.
Oh, right, yep.
So I would grab 2. And then stuff it in my pocket.
Nice.
As like an 8-year-old, like, no one knows. No one knows. Fucking stupid kid. It's in my goddamn jacket pocket. Like, they're going to see that square box.
Yeah.
No one cared, though.
Right.
I felt like I was in a heist, though.
Nice.
It was a game changer.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, chocolate milk? I'll take one for later.
Later by meaning after that first
That's
one is
my
done?
dessert milk.
Yeah.
I was a fat kid at heart.
Yeah,
I
man.
went to school early for breakfast.
Wow.
Did you guys serve breakfast at school? I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah.
How much was your breakfast?
I don't remember.
Ours was 35 cents.
Wow.
For a full plate.
Like probably something like
a
that.
decent sized. So I'd go in with $1. And I'd get 2.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
And also there was like nobody was watching the cooler. So I'd also grab juice out of the cooler.
Hell yeah, dude. You need a fully balanced breakfast.
I felt...
Dude, when you see those commercials on TV where they have like it's just a cereal commercial and they show like the whole breakfast, it's like a bowl of cereal, a banana, an orange, a glass of milk, which why are you having more milk? It's already in the cereal. A fucking glass of orange juice, a biscuit. And it's like, why is there a thing of honey for some reason that has one of those scoop, like the honeycomb scoop things?
Ooh.
Why?
Ooh.
Why?
I feel like I should invest in one of those.
Really?
That'd be cool. A
would be cool.
honeycomb scoop thing.
I still want like a quill and ink.
Is your handwriting nice enough for it?
No, but I just want it to like show off.
Do you want a quill and ink, or do you want a pen that looks like a quill?
I want quill and ink.
You're so high maintenance, bro.
I know.
Do you like writing with fountain pens?
No.
You should write with those first.
Fuck off.
Come on.
Don't tell me what to do.
They're beautiful.
I don't even want to use it, really. I just want it to set on my desk. Yeah.
You want your ink to harden, so now it's just an art piece?
I don't care.
We'll put it in a resin block so you can have it forever.
I'll use it to like sign my money orders for rent.
You sign the back of your check when you mobile deposit it in a quill.
Yeah, dude. And I want like a wax sealer thing, you know. Dude, there's a lot of things that we should never have stopped doing. Sealing letters with wax is one of them.
That would gum up the machines.
I don't give a
problem.
fuck. Make it work.
Problem. We need couriers. You need people to hand deliver the letters. Then.
All right. Well, here's what you do. Then you wax seal the letter and then put that in an envelope that's flat.
I don't think that'll work.
What do you mean?
You smash the wax. If you go through USPS, I went on a field trip to a post office, like a distribution center, at like by the airport. So it was like the main one. Yeah. And one, the level of organization the mailroom has is shocking. But two, everything runs on like pulley belt systems. Mm-hmm. So you would smash the wax regardless. Because like the letters go through and then they just fire out. There's no way around it.
I want to send it with a fragile sticker.
I think you'd have to probably like put it in a flat rate box or something. And then here's your box.
I will hire someone to deliver it via horseback.
Would you make like a family sigil?
I have one.
You do?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like a shield with it's like there's some red stuff. I can't remember exactly what it looks like.
There's a Henderson sigil?
Yeah, there's lions.
Why don't you have that as a tattoo somewhere, bro?
I thought about it.
Like right on your lower back.
Tramp stamp.
No, I don't want to call it. It's a sigil, bro. Treat it with some respect. But yeah, right there. My family was like poor Hawaiian, so we don't even have like a Hawaiian sigil or anything. And my Filipino side, they fled the area, so that's definitely not a thing.
I'll have to have my dad send me a picture of it.
He send you a picture of his bicep.
How
long have you had that?
Because he has it on like a plaque on our wall at home.
That's fucking cool. Do you guys have a family motto?
It's probably on that.
Ducks fly together.
But it's probably in like Gaelic or something.
It's gay for sure.
Whatever, dude.
Is that what you call gay languages instead of a dialect? It's a Gaelic. I'm reaching here. Don't look at me like that, bro. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake is this month's free game.
Talk to me about that. Talk to me about Cold War, even though I'm not gonna buy it.
Cold War. We'll get to that, I guess. It's fine. I think
start talking. I'm gonna go get more coffee.
You're gonna be missing out. I'm gonna tell them about Final Fantasy though, because you played it. Final Fantasy, for those of you that haven't played it, is the standard, the bar none, the greatest Final Fantasy adventure that exists, because they keep remaking it over and over and over and over and by at this point you think you'd be sick of it, and they keep fucking making it. And I want to be mad, I really do, but I can't be, because it's a great game. I played the original, I played the PlayStation version. I feel like though there's always been 5 to 10 years between game generations, and they always remake it, and it's always better, and it's so yeah. I played it 3 times. 1998 was probably the first time I played it, and that's when they had like the fucking 2D version of it, and then everything else. This one is more the new remake plays more like a Kingdom Hearts game than anything, if you haven't played it. So it's more live action. They use action points to kind of limit the amount of abilities you can use in terms of spells and items and abilities, because I don't know how to talk. But it's really fun. It's taking the Final Fantasy, like, have you watched that first Final Fantasy movie, The Spirits Within?
No.
That was like their first time they took the Final Fantasy genre and world and put it into like a CG world again.
Mm-hmm.
I can't talk because I keep reusing words, but that it feels like that, in the sense of like the added depth, that bringing the camera down to a third person, making the combat seamless, and the interactions as well between characters and stuff. Everything is so much deeper, and I understand why they keep remaking it, because they're like, dude, we can add. This just gets better and better and better and better and better.
So from the beginning, what makes this one stand out from the other 14?
Probably the characters. I think Final Fantasy VII is where you're really introduced to like the staple characters of the genre, like Cloud and Tifa and Yuffie and all those people who later on they become like cameos in different places, in different Final Fantasies. Sometimes you go back in time and you see like people that were related to them. So really like the core personalities in the Final Fantasy world is from Final Fantasy VII.
It only took them 7 games to get there.
But they were doing like, I think right around the late 90s games started changing. That's why. Like before,
to be more in depth.
Yeah, before like 1998, because that's my first memory of Final Fantasy. Before that, a lot of these RPG games played like Fire Emblem. They played like Legend of Zelda. Grand Theft Auto, even back in the day, kind of played the same way, and they couldn't put that level of depth into it. You couldn't have that much dialogue because everything was in, fucking 64 bits. Like, it was crazy. And they've managed to build up this lore that kind of just is, I don't want to say it's timeless because it doesn't really make sense, because you have this mercenary soldier in Cloud that carries around this giant fucking butcher knife that doesn't make any sense anyway. And then
he's just fighting other people with guns.
Yeah, with guns. Okay. And you're just blocking bullets. And then one of his teammates has a fucking Gatling gun on his hand. It's like, dude, you have one magazine. I never see you reload. Like,
yeah, and that's part of the problem I've always had with Final Fantasy. It's like, is this fantasy or is it not? Like, I'm so confused. Like, there's almost too much automation in it.
Yeah, it's definitely a punk world. It's definitely like a tech punk, a cyberpunk world, because if I don't know if you remember, their primary mission is they're trying to save the Earth, which is gay as fuck.
Well, I mean, of course it is. Like,
it's gay as fuck.
That's classic RPG.
Yeah.
Save the world.
The bad guys are pumping Mako out of Mother Gaia, and obviously this is an allegory for oil. This is, just call it oil, bro. Like,
right,
it's fine. And they're like, we have to blow up the refinery. Like,
Ugh.
Just call it what it is. And so it's for free. The fact that I got this game for free is pretty cool. Is pretty because it's, I would say, across the board, like, well received.
Yeah.
And they took the time. What I didn't like in Kingdom Hearts, it's like they listened and they were like, hey, let's not do that here. Because the combat is straightforward. It's seamless. Even when you have to take the time to use your points, to use abilities, like, it makes sense that the combat doesn't stop necessarily.
It slows down.
It just gets hella slow.
Yeah.
But you can still, if you're getting fucked up while you're choosing an item, you can probably still get fucked up.
Yeah.
And so it makes it a little more difficult.
Well, what it does is it makes you make decisions quicker, so it gives you that sense of like pressure.
Yeah, and you have to prioritize too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck, I got 2 items left.
Yeah, and you can't just like, oh, it's my turn. Oh, let me like put my controller down and like go like take a piss or like grab another soda.
Yeah, you can't just enter your input and then wait.
Yeah, or just like there's no time to like, oh, I'm having trouble. Let me look this up, and it's like you kind of gotta deal with it.
And what's cool about the added depth and the fact that everything's so freeform is that now enemies have weaknesses. Mm-hmm. Now, like, if you go behind the machine, there's a weak spot that you can smash the shit out of, or certain guys have weaknesses, but only when their shields are down, or only when they're facing a certain direction. So there's an added detail in combat that is also you have to consider now, because like you're saying, you have to prioritize. And so are you going to roll out of the way so that you don't get hit, or are you going to take this time to use a potion so that if you get hit, it's not going to matter? And it makes it's strange how they call it a remake, but it plays so much differently.
Right.
And I'm like, you could have just called this Final Fantasy.
Was Final Fantasy VII the original? Was it just like turn-based?
More so, yeah, and a lot more, I would say, dialogue-based, because the benefit of the world being the way it is now they can show you and they don't have to tell you.
Right, right, yeah.
So it's a lot more immersive. Meeting Sephiroth for the first time is a lot more intriguing. He's not just this sprite on the screen. He shows up in the middle of a cinematic, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? And then you're like, oh, is Cloud like out of his fucking mind, or what's going on? And I would have been willing to pay money for this game had somebody like showed it to me.
Yeah. But
I got it for free, and you can get it for free this month if you choose, and I recommend it. That shit's great. It's a good break, because it does still play like a regular RPG where you can save at any point, and you'll pop right back into the game.
Yeah.
And like with God of War, it's cool, but you can't necessarily save at any point. You're gonna have to like start at a different point of the instance that's a little later or a little earlier. It's hard to just, I'm gonna pause right here and I'll come back right here. It's like it'll take you to like a nearest point, and I didn't really like that. What I ended up doing was just leaving the game on.
Oh, that's annoying. Huh.
So it was strange to go through Final Fantasy with childhood memories of it.
Yeah. And
seeing the changes they do, and it seems like a Beanox thing, where it looks like and it feels like a lot of the people that loved the original worked on this game, and it's fucking great.
We're gonna start calling good remakes Beanox.
Yeah.
We're Beanoxing it.
We should.
Yeah.
Because Beanox had their hand in Cold War too. Okay?
Yep.
Like, it's
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
They really do listen. And I think that's important for a studio.
Yeah.
When they don't
I
listen,
agree.
especially between, like, if you compare it to movie brands, like when DC makes their superhero movies and then Marvel makes their superhero movies, everyone kind of knows which one's going to be better. And it's because one studio listens to their fans more than the other. Right. And the other studio is like, oh, but these guys are paying for it. They're going to make decisions.
Right.
Don't do that. It doesn't make for good shit.
Yeah,
like,
you're not gonna get a good return.
Yeah, definitely not. And you're missing out. You're not gonna buy Cold War. Are you set on this already?
I'm pretty set on it. But we'll see when that stimmy hits.
It's interesting. Did you get a chance to go through the demo and look at like the stats and the numbers on all the attachments and whatnot?
It's excessive.
It is. It is until you're playing though, and that's I think where the finer details really matter, because I said this before with Modern Warfare and stuff, that a lot of the attachments, and unless you're like watching YouTube videos, unless you're on Reddit, unless someone has already done the work, you don't really know the percentages on sways, on recoil, on ADS. They don't give you that, and it's ambiguous. And when you don't have that information, it's difficult to be competitive when you want to.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to be competitive if your weapon is not doing what you expect it to do. And I like that in Cold War, they've taken the ambiguity out of competitive play. Like, now I can have under barrel handles, and it gives me down to the millisecond, down to the percentages, what my gun's at now and what it'll be at when I put this on.
Right.
So I really can cater my weapon to my gameplay. I do now have 2 different XM4 weapon classes with completely different setups, because that's just the way it goes.
They give you a ton of loadouts.
Fuck ton, dude. I scrolled down. I was like, why do I have 3 bonus loadouts? I used the top 5.
Right. I know. Right.
Also,
it's like when we were watching Call of Duty League, and that's one thing, but then when you see, or when you play the game and you realize what those guys are doing as like computer, like, oh yeah, they're way better. Like they're so good.
Yeah, I've also, as much as I don't like it, I've had to adopt hopping around corners. I've tried to stay away from that for so long. It's the same way I stayed away from the drop shot. It just it
feels wrong.
It feels out of place.
Yeah.
But the control, the mechanics, and the fact, like, Cold War, I feel like was meant to be played competitively, with an option to play for fun.
Right.
If you're playing Cold War, there's a good chance you're playing to sweat, because that's what they want. That's why they give you those stats. You have those options. There's a perk class called Perk Greed, I think, and you can double stack your perks. Or you can do Gunfighter, where they give you want to put all the attachments on your gun? Do it, bro. Like, I have an XM4 class that's loaded the fuck out. Everything. Barrel, muzzle, under, magazine, stock, scope, everything. And I put that in League play, and that shit's a laser gun.
Yeah.
Brat, 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 brat. It's like, oh, this isn't fair. And I know it's not, but I didn't make the game. So we all play by the same rules.
Yeah. I was trying to see if Stephen Roth was available to make picks for next week.
Oh yeah, when does the
so the next
series
stage kicks off Thursday, March 18th. I don't know if I want to make my picks public right now, because Stephen Roth could listen.
That's
and
fair.
Make his
That's
picks.
fair. All right, we'll do our picks, but we do have to save it. We'll text him today, and we'll all do our picks today. And
could we do like a Zoom call? Could we record a Zoom on like Wednesday night of just us making our picks?
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Let's do that.
100%. It bothers me that you're participating and you're not buying Cold War.
It bothers me that you guys are not,
especially for like $42, bro.
It bothers me that you guys are not being like challenged. You're not challenging me in this leaderboard.
What are you talking about? I can't. All right, look.
Here's add up your points of what you missed, I will give them to you. But, I mean,
no, here's
you're
the
still
problem.
Down 22 points.
As resident Time Lord, like, the bylaws of the time consistency doesn't allow me to alter the timeline like that. I don't have a choice. If I observe, it's like Schrodinger's cat. If I observe the score change, it's going to change things too much, and I have to go back. I don't want to go back.
Okay, so you're not going to go add up your points. And
I cannot.
What? I'm not going to.
Well, yeah, that's fine. I'm not saying. I already know I won. I don't need to.
No.
You know when you're like the baddest in the room and it doesn't matter? Yeah, that's how I feel.
No,
bro.
we're going off the official listings. But
Sure.
if you add up your points that you got, I will be willing to accept them as official points. But I don't think it's going to matter.
I'll have my assistant do it.
22 points.
I'll have my assistant too.
22 points.
Even so, the ridiculous claims that I've made, all true. I'll control. I don't care what the fuck you say.
I know it's out of control, but point being,
What
still got that gold, baby.
What did you think about stage 1?
I enjoyed it. I want there to be sniper rifles. I want there, there's some things that are missing that'll really change the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's fast paced, so that's fun.
I see what they're playing it now. I see how they're saying that in league play, smokes and snipers are a tad OP because for some reason these maps, while the gameplay is bar none the greatest Call of Duty gameplay control scheme overall, the engine's fantastic. The way they've put it together is great, but the maps, there's too many lanes that can be just hard scoped and held. Whereas like in the previous one, there's maybe one lane that you can hold, but you can always go back through the other two. But there's a few maps like Garrison and whatnot that like if you spawn on a certain side, you're going to get locked down. There's a good chance you're just going to get held down because that's the way the map's built. And so I don't know how they fix the sniper smoke issue in league play because it's a map issue.
Right.
In my opinion, it's a map issue.
Maybe they allow like certain tactical rifles instead.
No, that's too much. Dude, no. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Wild.
I'm walking around with this Type 63, dude, like it's a fucking railgun. There's no stock on it. It's got jungle mags and like I'm boom, 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 and it's like a 2-shot kill. And I'm quick, dude. No, you can't let tactical rifles do it.
I feel like they need to change something.
I don't know what it is.
Something like game mode. Something.
Maybe bring like you can allow snipers on some of the maps.
Yeah, because it does get like, as I'm watching, because like I'm still catching up on the tournament, but like as you like watch it, it's just like this is just like kind of the same shit almost. Like it's very redundant in a set. Like when you're watching it over a longer period of time, it's very redundant. And there are some things that they could improve on upon, like as far as like the UI goes for like the viewer, like in Control or like Search and Destroy. When that bomb goes down, to be honest, I'm high often. I forget who put the bomb down. So like I need a color that's like here, or like especially on Control,
or even like a picture in picture.
Yeah,
that'd
like
be dope.
Sometimes that would be dope. A bomb view.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be dope.
I agree.
Or I don't know, like in Control sometimes I'm like, wait, who's on offense, who's on like sometimes I just forget because like I'll be doing other shit, like I'm playing a game and like I just have it on and I'm listening and kind of like checking it, especially when I play WoW. It's like I can pretty much watch it and play still. It's but like
maybe replace some commentators.
Yeah, I mean I don't want to.
They throw shade live, bro.
Oh, dude, they don't give a shit. But that's the culture too, though. And like if they don't like say things, I think like the community will be like, why aren't you going to talk about this dude not performing?
So all right, I'll put a pin in that for a second. And is that the same with regular live sports? Because I feel like on ESPN when I watch anything, because it's in between UFCs and shit, they're pretty hype on everyone.
Yeah, but
they start giving you shitty stats of like, he hasn't really thrown this fast since his third game in the 1990s.
No,
like
they will, especially in baseball because there's nothing better to do. Like they have so much downtime. Like they will find like negative. Like if someone's having like if they're going through a slump, they'll let you know. They'll be like, he's batting 170 over the last 15 games. Like that's not good.
The UFC will not. They'll be like, he's got the highest punch count this fight.
Yeah, but like that's fair. I don't know, like, but if someone's underperforming, like if LeBron has a legitimate like bad game, they're gonna be like, this was not a good game for LeBron. They will say that. But in Call of Duty, like those, they are very much more. What's the word I'm looking for?
Candid?
Visceral.
That's
like,
a good word.
It is just like they do not fuck around, especially the British guy. He just no fucks given. I think his name is Miles.
Do you think part of it is because they're so comfortable streaming from their home. They're like, because I feel like it's different when you have announcers that are at a desk at a studio, dressed up, ready to go. Like it's a different vibe. The same way like not live action, but live comedy is different than Zoom comedy. Like once you show up to a show and you're there to listen, it's a different thing.
No, I think
they're just assholes.
No, I just I just think that's the culture of Call of Duty. Like if someone's getting fucked up, you're gonna let them know that they're getting fucked up. So, as Stephen Roth would say, we put them on rinse cycle, which is funny.
Yeah,
as fuck.
I don't. Most of the time, unless I'm playing in League, I have chat off at this point just because of the culture.
Yeah, it's pretty obnoxious.
In League play, it is, for me at least, it's essential. Just because
you feel like you should be communicating.
I should be communicating, and if I'm choosing to play League play, then I'm gonna PTFO. That's the objective. We gotta get it going, and especially with like a game of Control, the capture is so long that you kind of have to be like, I'm here.
Right.
Like, I'm here. Need someone watch the other one or get the other one. So,
right.
But when I'm playing core, it's so toxic and negative. Like, I was playing.
You talk shit to people on your own team. It's
like,
what is going on here?
We were playing a hard point or something, and it was a good game. The other team like lost or beat us by 2 points or something. It was hella close game, and as soon as we went to the end screen, they were like, dude, your whole team is garbage. I was like, dude, you barely won. Like, what are you talking about?
Why do you say one like that?
Won.
No.
Won.
It's one.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's
is.
one.
No,
it's win, it's one. It's past tense. Yeah.
One.
No, it's one.
No.
No, you're wrong.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
But it's not.
But it is.
But it's not.
We can have this discussion all you want, but I'm from the future, and I'm telling you, everyone says it's one.
It's I have Merriam-Webster.
You tell me. Fuck Miriam. She's a woman.
How
She's dog water,
dare
bro.
You.
Straight dog water. That's my favorite when people use dog water.
So
I don't know
funny,
why.
so funny.
Bananagram. There you go.
Damn. I'm not going to say it like that for the record. It's too much effort.
One.
I
Yeah,
won.
but you say fire weird, though.
Fire? Fire.
I don't have a gag reflex until you're in my house. What?
So funny.
Yeah, you.
More ways than one.
You're too close to Canada to tell me how things are said, bro. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
like those fucking Minnesota, like that fucking accent is weird.
Don't you know? Yeah, it is very weird.
Barry?
Yeah,
like,
and that's really close to where I'm from, but nobody talks like that in Michigan.
Yeah, but you guys are close enough where you're not allowed to tell me.
I've been told that I say car weird.
Car?
Yeah.
Sounds fine.
Oh, all right.
Car. Who told you? Aaron Chase? He's a liar.
No.
Car.
My friends from
Indiana,
or not friends, but family members from Indiana.
What was a weird one? I had to transition away from saying rubbish. I think we've talked about this previously.
Yeah,
like that's
don't say that.
It's a weird colonial thing. But yeah, that's all I said. I didn't realize until I moved out here that I called it rubbish.
That's
rubbish. Now it's an insult. Yo, rubbish, mate. You're rubbish. You're dog water.
Dog water.
Dog water.
It's so funny, dude. It's so funny.
I don't know where these kids come up with these.
I've heard macaroni water, which is also funny.
Yeah, they're so creative. It's like when I hear good slang, especially out of the Bay Area, I'm like, fuck, you guys are so good. Or you ever read comments on Instagram and shit, you're like, damn, dude, you should do comedy. That's hilarious.
Yeah. There's a lot of funny people online.
It makes me mad. It makes me feel like I'm not funny.
Yeah. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
But it is fine because I know that they're not going to stand up in front of people to do it.
Yeah.
So eat a dick.
It's a whole different thing.
I'll be mediocre on my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of thing, what do you think about this comedy scene? It seems to be waking up despite being in the middle of a pandemic still. I mean, what the fuck is going on?
If you build it, they will come.
That's not true, though.
Right now it is.
Plenty of people have built it and nobody came.
Like,
have you gone to the Castle Mike back in the day?
Oh yeah. but there were plenty of mics at that point. Like when there's only 1 or 2 a week, like they're more valuable. Like, but if there's like 4 or 5,
But I see that. That's what I say. Like everyone's waking up. I'm seeing more people hitting multiple spots in the week. So I don't think it's an issue anymore. Like there are places to go almost every day.
Yeah, if you want to drive them,
It's fucking
2
crazy.
hours.
But some people did. Some like this last Thursday, there were a few comics that didn't go up till last that drove 1-2 hours just to be there, and that's to me telling me like the scene's waking back up again, and I don't know if I'm comfortable
where
with
do
it.
you get your money? Fuck.
That's in me, bro.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, it's expensive. Well, I mean, carpool. That's what we all did. Fucking ass, grass, or gas. So.
Okay.
Gas? You
Gas.
pay for gas? I'll bring grass, bro. It's fine.
Yeah.
Or ass. I don't care. You hot? You
Whatever.
bang? You a smoke show? Holler at your boy.
Yeah.
What other free games? I honestly didn't play any of the rest. That's why
Yeah,
because there's I see it. It's
I'm running out of time in life. So.
How's your WoW grind going?
It's going.
It's going.
I haven't. I mean, last week my PC took a dump, so I couldn't play. So that was upsetting. But got it back on Sunday, and then there was a new patch Tuesday.
Are you feeling fulfilled? Because
it's so good.
The first half of this podcast, like, a year ago, you were like, I can't. I'm not gonna. I won't. I can't. It's gonna take up my time. And you're right, honestly. Like,
yeah,
you're not.
Yeah.
You're
but
not
I also
on other
didn't have to
things.
pay like $2,000 for the computer.
Yeah, fair.
So when you get that given to you, you kind of got to take advantage of it. And I am
Like driving a
so.
Mercedes that someone gave to you. It's like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say no to it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
have to.
And they're like, "Oh, you have to put premium gas in it." It's like, okay, whatever.
That's fine. I'll drive in the right lane.
Yeah.
55 all day, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Are you a speeder? Do you speed
yeah.
hard? Like, if
No,
speed limit's
I
65, what are you doing?
Like
if there's no traffic?
75, 80.
That's not speeding.
That I mean, it is.
That's the California speed limit, bro.
Then why am I passing everybody?
Because you're white.
Oh, because it's been raining.
because you're
lately.
white.
That's
and you're
right. you
privileged.
fucking
okay?
idiots don't know how to drive. God
That
damn it.
bothers me.
Dude, were you paying attention when I started the mic and I asked people who took driver's
No,
ed?
I wasn't.
Okay, so there was how many people do you think were at that mic when we first started?
Oh, 900 for sure.
There was a lot. It was a lot.
It was packed. Probably, I would say honestly, probably like 40 people there.
I asked who grew up in California. Pretty much everybody raised their hand. I went, okay, who took driver's ed? 2 people raised their hand.
Is that not required out here?
No, when you become a certain age, you can just go to the DMV, take a test, and get your
Oh.
license.
That I don't agree with that.
I also don't agree with that.
Like, honestly, the way we do it now, I still don't agree with. I think you should have to, at the very least, retake the test every fucking 10 years or so.
At least.
Because, like, now they're putting up roundabouts in cities. Like, there's the DOT in the United States is trying to push people to do roundabouts.
I love roundabouts.
Me too. And they're more efficient. They're statistically safer. They save money. There's no maintenance. To retrofit I shouldn't start there, but to put up a new signal is close. It's more than a house.
Mm-hmm.
Like for one, and you need 4 at an intersection. And a roundabout, while it does cost a little more, no maintenance. There's no
Right.
wires. It's just
Gotta
a
make
roundabout.
sure the road is intact.
It's safer. People have to drive slower, and so. But like in California, we don't have to experience that, and people forget about those things.
Right.
And if you have to retake your test, eventually you'll be like, "Oh, this is a roundabout. This is how it goes." Like to just put that information in there.
Yeah, and then, like, I don't know, when I took driver's ed, it was just we were literally in a classroom, and you would just go over rules of how to drive. Like, this is in this situation, this is what happens. You know, if your hood comes up, you can look under it. There's a little space you can still look under.
You can still fit
in
your gun
dash.
underneath.
Yeah, and it's like there's just like a bunch of little things. You know, like when you're on the freeway, stay to the right. Nobody fucking gets told that out here.
If you can't see the lines, look at the right side. Like,
yeah.
yeah. Did
Like
you
small things.
Did you take driver's? Like, was it voluntarily? Like outside, you went to find a driver's ed place to get?
There was a company that did it at my school.
Oh, that's
in
dope.
In the summer.
Oh,
So
in
I
the
just
summer?
did that.
That fucking sucks.
Well, yeah. But it was,
So you had to
it was
go
whatever.
like when school wasn't
Well, the
in
thing
session?
was, it was because you had to be 14 years and 8 months old to start.
Okay. That's weird.
Why?
That's very specific. How old are you, Ari? 9 1/2.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they chose that, but so by the time because I turned 14 in November, so I guess like the next summer is
Okay.
when maybe it was 6 months. I don't know. It was it was something
But
weird
school
like
wasn't
that.
in session?
Right.
Hmm.
So I would like do that in the morning, and then like we would have class, and then we would get in a car. Like he can only take like 3 people,
Yeah.
so you'd have specific days that you like drove around, and he would just like take you different places and
Interesting.
teach you how to drive situationally. But you of course start in the classroom. But like if you don't get that information, then it's like someone's just teaching you how to drive, and they're just like, just go, just drive.
Red
is
means stop.
Turn the blinker on. You gotta put it down. I mean up. Put it up. Put it up. It's like that's not how you learn to drive. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And that's what I said. Like I was like, I'm starting to realize that people in California are just a bunch of people that learn to drive. Being taught by being taught by people that also didn't learn to drive. Like it's a clusterfuck, and that's why there's so much terrible traffic out here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. It's also a population density thing, but
yeah. And that's what another thing I said is like I think everybody in California they should be required to take driver's ed, and I think part of that should be going to fucking New England for 2 months in the winter, and you have to like log a certain amount of hours that you've driven.
maybe. But I mean, I see what you're saying, but practically speaking, like
That'll help
you should know
reducing
how
traffic.
you should know how to drive in your environment the best. And I think the problem with California is that we're not allowed, but the climate allows people to not change their tires as often. So when it does rain, shit gets hella squirrely.
Yeah.
But like back home in Hawaii, it rains every day, so you knew exactly when shit was gonna start getting squirrely. I was a big speeder when I first got my license, and I had this little Integra, and I thought I was the shit because I was watching Fast and Furious and shit. So I was doing like 90 on a 55, and I remember the first time the rain had just stopped. There was nobody on the street or on the freeway, and I was like, this is great. This is my fucking heyday.
You hydroplane.
I gunned it, and I felt it. I
Yeah.
felt the car come up, and I was like, oh, I have no control now. I let off the gas. I probably went for another like half a mile at like 80, gradually slowing down, because I knew if I hit my brakes,
Right.
I'm done. But I don't think enough people out here experience that early enough.
And not only that, they don't know what to do if it does happen.
Yeah.
Because that's part of driver's ed. It's
Yep.
like, like you said, don't hit the brakes.
Yeah.
You just got to ride it out.
Or steer into the skid.
Yeah. And same thing with like snow. It's like, it's just something that you learn to do. And like our climate isn't mostly snow. Like
Yeah.
it's like 2 to 3 months. So it's like, I mean, obviously more than out here, but most of the time it's fine. Like it might rain every once in a while, but like it's fine. Nobody slows down when it rains.
Yeah.
Like they just go. But I think it happens enough too where like the oil is wiped out. Like I don't know. I know that's a big fear out here is like the oil on the
that
road.
first rain is dangerous.
Yeah. But like it's fine. Like like you're gonna be fine. Just drive.
You're going to be fine. Yes. The problem is other people. Other people
it's
are
fine.
not going to be fine.
It's fine. But if you took driver's ed, you would be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you went to the fucking Midwest in the winter, you would learn how to drive in the shitty weather. That's what I'm saying.
You know what should be like? You should be allowed to retake your written test at the very least as many times as you want and get an insurance discount almost every time. Like, well, max 10 times. But,
Oh yeah.
But like,
Yeah, dude.
you show the knowledge.
It's fucked up because the older I get and nothing happens in my car, the more my insurance gets. It's like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, no, my insurance stopped going up a while ago.
My car is shittier every day.
That's the problem.
How does that work?
That's
like
the problem. It becomes more of a risk because it's shittier.
But it's not going to be as expensive
What do you mean?
because it's not worth as much. So if like I total it, like it's not going to be
But no, it's not a property thing. It's risk management because your car
But
could
I'm a
spontaneously.
great driver.
I agree. But they cannot show that you're a great driver because you didn't get into an accident. They can't show you something that didn't happen. That's not a variable. You can say
the amount of months without an incident, or amount of time without incident.
You can show a non-incident. That's fine, but it's you're less predictable than your car. Like they know when about cars start breaking down and stuff. That's why.
Yeah, but I'm paying all this money. That's why I fucking.
Who's your insurance, bro?
Don't worry about it.
That's the problem.
No, it's Horace Mann.
That's the problem. Well, I got USAA, so that shit.
Oh,
That shit.
I'm
That
a fucking
shit.
army brat.
That shit is great. My little toaster, fully covered. You want to light that bitch on fire? Go for it. Like when I don't have tags, like I'm all nervous. But when it's all legal and everything's good, I'm like, dude, I will drive with my eyes closed right now. Fuck this.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. This is a stick shift. I'll put it in third on the freeway. Let's go. I'll just.
Yeah.
You're missing out. You need a stick shift.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, come on, dude.
It's too much work.
You can't be part of my squaw wow stick shift, yo.
That's fine.
I'm going to buy a sticker with your Instagram handle on it. I'm going to put it on your car.
Whoa.
So it looks like you're cool, bro.
Please don't
looks
do
like
that.
You're super dope. I'm not even going to tell you about it. And you're going to be like, dude, what the fuck?
I don't want
like,
that.
I'm going to disappear during one of the mics because I'm going to go look for your car and I'm going to plaster it on the passenger side so you never see it.
I'll see it.
Don't
worry.
You won't.
Whatever,
it's gonna
dude.
Be in a small one. We've been going for a minute. Let's wrap this shit up because I don't have like the rest of the games I didn't play because there's like this Remnant from the Ashes. It's like a third person shooter thing, and I was kind of over that. And then there's like. They're giving you PS5 games for free, which is cool, but I don't have a PS5, and you should know that. So stop giving me those games. And then there's Farpoint, which is a PSVR game, which looks cool, but if you, again, like we were talking about earlier, if you don't have the gun, the move weapon, it's not as cool. You can play it on the DS4, and it's fine, but that's not what you want from a VR experience, and it's gonna take you out of it. I was watching YouTube videos, and it's Farpoint looks way more fun when you have the gun.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to DS4 that shit. What else is? Destruction All Stars is also a PS5 exclusive. I don't think any of our listeners have PS5s though because we're regular people.
Yeah.
And well, maybe I don't know. This might come out after you get your stimmy. So if you have a PS5, holler at your boy. Let me know.
Yeah, and give it to us.
Or let me just play. I'll come over, bro. I'm about to get vaccinated. I'll come over.
Just give it to us for our studio.
For our studio.
Yeah.
We're going to need a shelf for it. We're going to need a fucking bookshelf for it. Yeah. Those things are so huge.
A reinforced bookshelf.
Yeah. Fucking. I'm going to bolt the PlayStation into the ground, too. Like it's a safe.
Yeah, you need like one of those iron eye bars, you know?
It's going to be in one of those clear boxes, like a GameStop with the lock and shit, so that the controller's attached to that bitch. And
display
everything.
only.
Yeah. Fuck, I miss those days of like playing in Walmart.
Going to GameStop.
Your fucking neck is stuck here because your plan is too tall for you.
Yeah. Those things were not meant to be played for a long time.
No.
Remember when they used
but
to
I
put, like,
would.
Yeah, remember when they used to put like Guitar Hero on them?
Yeah.
And like you would go to play and it's like, oh, these buttons are all sticky and broken. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's an arcade Guitar Hero too.
Oh, yeah.
And it's weird.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And like every time. Also, the one I went to didn't have a strap.
That's
so
not
it's
okay.
like, that's not okay.
Not okay. No.
Yeah, unacceptable.
Yeah. Those, I miss things like that. I miss going in to like crush it, you know?
Yeah.
I was good at Guitar Hero when it came out too. And so
Me too.
I'd go to Walmart to play, I'd go to show off. But it's hard to show off when your fucking blue button doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you suck. No. I'm really good.
It's a controller, dude. This fucking thing. Dude, anytime you blame the controller, it's always like bullshit.
Yeah.
Anytime I hear one of my friends, I'm like, fucking good. I hit the button. It's like, okay, dude. All right. You did.
I used to fuck with my brother, like my stepbrother, my brother, I guess. He was a big gamer when we were growing up, and he took it serious. Like he would get fucking livid.
Yeah.
When I beat him, he would cry.
Who wouldn't? You know.
He would fucking cry. But I knew that he took it seriously. So when he was playing like anything by himself, I would plug in the second controller and just press buttons to give him like something to rage at when he died. He's like, dude, you're fucking my game up, bro. Like, and I did this for years.
Oh my God.
Years. He's like, stop it, you're interfering, man. I'm
You're
like,
interfering.
Yeah.
What a nerd.
I knew I wasn't, but I was like, this is great. This is so fun. I was such an asshole.
Wait, so you wouldn't have actually like affected the gameplay at all?
He'd be playing Donkey Kong Country on Super Nintendo, single player game with Diddy Kong, and I'd plug in the controller and just start pretending to press buttons to kind of like distract him, and it would, and then he would die, and it was kind of my fault that he did die.
But you weren't actually affecting the game.
But he didn't consider that. He didn't make that connection yet. I was such an older brother to him. My dad, like when we were growing up, my dad would be like, "You guys need to stop fighting," not realizing that I like most of the time I'm just instigating it because I was bored. Like,
play with me, Dad. Let's play catch. Shit.
My dad never played catch with me, bro.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I didn't see my dad that often. Where were we gonna play catch? Just raining outside. It's fucking.
You can play football catch in the rain.
My dad wanted to teach me how to box, but my mom didn't want me to box. So
fuck off, Mom.
Because when he was in the military, he was like
Nice.
a boxer and shit.
Nice.
So yeah. We had like a heavy bag too, but I was my mom's only child for a long time, so she was
Right.
very protective. She didn't
Right.
let me take karate. Fuck, man. Do you know how my career path would have changed if I did martial arts as a
Your
kid?
mom's a terrible Asian.
Was she Asian? Yeah, she's the Asian. Well, I guess they're both Asian. My mom was she was just protective.
Yeah.
Fuck, I fucked up. I should have been born later. I could have had like weapons on chains and doing martial arts tournaments.
Armored combat sports, bro.
Dude, it showed up in my timeline. I guess I posted about it like 7 years ago, where they had full like suits,
Yeah.
like Iron Man looking suits. I was like, I'm
swinging long swords at each other.
I am still in this. Like,
Are you guys fucking crazy?
I'm down. Let me go. Have you seen bare knuckle boxing?
I've not watched it, but I've heard about
I'm
it.
so in, bro. I'll participate. That looks great.
Next, we need brass knuckle fighting.
Oh fuck, you're gonna kill someone. That's great. No, like bare knuckle boxing is right up my alley. I need to get famous enough where someone wants to bare knuckle box me. That's my goal.
You're
that looks like so much
fucking
fun.
Insane,
Looks
dude.
great.
Who would you fight?
Anybody.
Who like a YouTube? You want to be the famous person, so you want to fight a boxer? Is that
No,
what
I'll
you're
fight
saying?
other famous.
You don't want to
people.
do a Jake Paul thing.
If I'm not opposed, but
You gotta start somewhere, right?
I'm not trying to like. If you want to get into MMA, really the only avenue to get in at this point is to have started wrestling when you're in the womb. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only option. So,
Unless you're some kind of freak athlete.
and there's plenty, and
Yeah.
that's why I don't necessarily want to fight fighters, but
Yeah, that's fair.
if I am famous and I do have the time to really focus on the craft, I'm not opposed to it. I'll fucking knuckle up with someone. There's something visceral about no gloves,
Mm-hmm.
cuts, blood. Like it's brutal, but
Yeah, dude,
it's a different game when your hands can break.
that's fair. Yeah.
So I'm in. I want to.
Are they allowed to like elbow and shit still?
I think so. I watched only a few. But it's just.
What would you focus on? Is it like boxing, or are they allowed to like kick and shit?
It
Is it like
depends.
kickboxing?
It depends on like because I know there's a few people that are trying to do a bare knuckle boxing thing now because the BKB now is so popular. So there are a few where you can do it. I would not be opposed to just straight boxing though.
So is BKB just boxing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But and
So I'm thinking like bare knuckle MMA.
I mean I'm not opposed to that either.
Yeah.
It's interesting how when you wrap your hands and when you put on gloves, your hands become more of a weapon. And when you take the gloves off and it's just a wrap.
It's a tool.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. That's
Yeah.
it's you're like, oh, I gotta think now. Like, if if your knuckles make contact with their forehead, it might cut, but it might not do a lot of things. And now you have one punch less, where you could break your hand sooner. And shit get cray.
So do they like haul off and punch still, or is it like more calculated and quick?
There's a lot of dirty boxing in bare knuckle boxing. A lot of in close, a lot of like clinch work, and it's hard because the distance is different too now because now that it is more of a tool, it is a little more of a cerebral endeavor. Not that fighting isn't in general, but
Right.
MMA can be chaotic.
Yeah.
In where like the fights a lot of times are won in the scrambles. But in like boxing and bare knuckle boxing, it feels more technical. Like you can get away with being crazy, but if you can manage to do it like a Floyd Mayweather, if you can fight smart, you can fuck some people up.
I feel like there's not as much room for error.
Yeah, that's yeah. Because
if you take the chance at that huge strike and hit him on the top of the head, now your hand is fucked and you can't really use it. Whereas like in MMA, you can take that shot because you're not really concerned about like hurting your hand.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's definitely more brutal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
it pings my radar
Right.
so hard that
I'm honestly surprised that it's legal, if I'm being honest.
it's still a sport. It's still sanctioned. It's still safe. Everyone agrees to it.
Still, it's
Why?
fucking crazy.
I mean, MMA is legal, and I would say it's minus the blood. It's easier to watch. It's easier to understand what's going on, because most of it is happening in close. There's a lot of action that's forced.
Yeah.
In
Do they
general.
fight in like a normal sized boxing ring?
It's more like a circle sometimes. Like I saw an event with like almost like a Kumite pit.
Really?
That was cool. But like Paige Van Zandt, I think she fought in a ring. But that's what I like is that it's malleable.
Just want like a circle of bones.
Ooh, and
you
some
know?
fire.
Some fire, yeah, that shit would be dope.
Shark bait. Hoo-ha.
Yeah. That would be
The
awesome.
ring of fire.
Like blood sport,
Ooh.
you know? Mortal
I'm
Kombat
in.
shit.
Yeah, no, I'm in. I'm fucking.
Yeah, I don't know why people aren't doing that. They want to make it all like viewable and shit.
You want to make it like legit?
What are you trying to make this like family friendly? Like
Nobody
they're bare
wants
knuckle
that.
boxing, dude.
Yeah,
Put some
fatalities,
bones
bro.
on the ground,
You need
dude.
Shang Tsung on the side going, finish him.
Yeah, dude. They should. Once they knock him out, they should be like, you get one more shot. One more free shot.
The ref goes, I can't do anything right now. You get one more. And when he goes down, the ref goes, fatality.
That would be awesome. It's always Bruce Buffer.
Fatality.
Yeah,
That's
that would
too
be amazing.
That's too outgoing. It needs to be darker. It needs to be like,
We'll use the recordings from Mortal Kombat.
finish him. Whoopsies. That'd be great. All right. Well, this was fun.
Yeah.
I'm not playing any of the free games. I'm going to go play more Cold War. Oh, that's what I wanted to bring up. The last thing is that Cold War,
We tried to wrap up like 3 times.
the small
now.
detail that I appreciate so much in Cold War is that they show you how to properly knife someone in the throat.
Oh.
When you
all
go
right.
up, have you assassinated someone in
No.
Cold War? You go up behind, it initiates the assassination, and the guy grabs the opponent and stabs him in the side of the neck.
Uh-huh.
And you know how, like, in Hollywood, when you're trying to cut someone's throat, it's ear to ear? That's inefficient. That's not how you kill someone. And any real murderer will tell you that. Any Marine will tell you that. And so what you do is you go in through the side with the knife and you punch out. You pull their neck out.
Oh, that makes sense.
And
yeah.
that's what they do in Cold War. Well, the first time I did it, I was like, oh, I'm in. This game is sold. I'm sold. Thank you. Yeah, just and punch out. It's quicker. It's dirtier, but it works, and it gets the job done. So I was like, you did your homework, Beanox. Congratulations.
Give all the credit to B-Knife.
I am impressed. I have to because
like there weren't 3 other studios that also worked on it.
there wasn't.
Treyarch, Activision.
There wasn't. Beanox was probably the lead team. Let's be honest. They knock it the fuck out every time.
I have to do your research and find out.
Every time. So, yeah, just if you guys want to kill someone, that's the way to do it. In through the side, punch out, because ear to ear is not efficient. People can survive that way. That's not how you kill someone. And in a game where the objective is to kill someone, you should get it right.
That's fair.
That's what I'm closing on. If you want to kill someone, do it right.
All right.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah.
William Henderson, where can they catch you?
At One-Eared Elephant with an F.
And
Everywhere.
I am at the George F. everywhere. We are also at Worthington's Tavern, the W at Worthington's Tavern every Thursday from 9 to 11. ish, because shit got crazy last time. We had a lot of comics.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get there early, get your seats. We will run out of chairs at this point. So get there early, take your seats. 1 item minimum. We'll see you there with Aaron Chase at some point. If you guys need more Buddy System stuff, go to thebuddysystem.co or follow us on Instagram at thebuddysystemco. Thanks for listening, folks. We'll talk to you later. Aloha.
Hadouken!